and welcome to the HCISD Sports Preseason Show. I'm Aaron Saenz, and with us in the studio today is Coach Ricci, the athletic coordinator, head football coach from Harlingen South. Coach, so great to have you in the studio with us today. We're just weeks away from the season getting underway, and I know that you all have been preparing this week, especially back this week.
Oh, yeah.
Working hard. And so getting ready to start your third season here in Harlingen. So tell us a little bit about, your transition, the progression over the past 2 years, and how you've been just going off this year, getting started, and what are you excited about this year?
All right. Well, yeah, this is going into my third season. I think our the main difference going into this season as the previous two is the maturity level on our team and the upperclassmen that'll be playing. We've been from day one and year one and year two, we had at least 8 sophomores on the field, and they just weren't quite ready to compete at the varsity level at that young of an age, physically or mentally. 2 years in now, those kids are now seniors and juniors, so they know what they're getting into. They know the speed of the game, and they're stronger. They went through off season, and we're looking forward to it.
So tell me a little bit about that. We talked about before this show, right? Quarterback change last year.
Right.
Talking about an underclassman coming in, taking the reins during Bird Bowl.
That's right.
And so now has some games under his belt. Got the system. You excited about your quarterback this year? No
doubt. He came in like we said. I threw him right in there on the biggest game of the year, and he's probably mad at me about that. But he survived it. He did, and he got better each week. And so going into this year, we saw him grow each week, and I know he's capable of doing some big things.
Well, you're an offensive mind, I mean, defense as well, but you're a former offensive coordinator.
Right.
And you're good at scheming, things like that. How important is it for your quarterback to be attached, to have that connection with you, so it translates on the field?
Oh, no doubt. He's the leader. We don't have microphones in the helmet. We're not talking to him. When he's out there, he's the leader. He's the coach. He's on his own, and him having the ability to understand the system, know what the O-line's supposed to do, knowing who to read on the defenses. He lines everybody up. He's the true general out there, and it's great to know that he's capable of doing that.
That's awesome. You have him for 2 more years.
2 more years, yeah. He's only going to be a junior.
That's awesome. And so it's great to see that. So you have older, players now that have been in the system for a couple of years.
Right.
How important has it been for you to get these players, from freshmen, or even are you working with any of the middle school kids coming up to get that full program set up?
Yes, and that's it. We're concentrating on the middle schools. That's where we're starting. We're trying to get them building at the middle schools, and that will help, as they get older. And when they get to the high school level, they're already years ahead of what they could have been if we did not work with them.
Sure. I mean, they're looking 4 or 5 years in a program
rather
than just 1 year and they're in. And I know you talked a little bit about how this year the number of players that you have has grown as well.
No doubt.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, our numbers are growing steadily. We're going to have over 220 kids, probably from freshmen to the varsity level, which is outstanding. That gives you an opportunity to have two full freshman teams, 2 full JV teams, and then a full varsity roster.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, we talked a little bit, so offense, right? Set up. You have a couple of returners there. Let's talk about defense now.
Okay.
Last year, defensive line. We talked about the strength.
Yeah.
And with Bennett and Tatum,
That's
and
right.
rushing that edge, right? And setting that contain. So this year, I read an article that said that you're excited about your secondary. Not that you're not about your D-line or linebackers, but your secondary is something you're excited about this year.
Oh yeah, we're bringing back 2 corners. Both started last year. They're tall kids. They're lanky. They're athletic. They got a lot of range. Both safeties are back. So the back end of our defense is pretty set. They're experienced. Like you mentioned, you lose a Brandon Bennett and a Sky Tatum. Now it's off season's kind of like that's our focus. What are we gonna do? And we're gonna scheme it up a little different this year. You'll see us in probably a little different front than what you've seen in the past. I think we're going to see more of a 3-man front, an odd defense that allows us to put another secondary guy or another linebacker type kid, because we don't have the D linemen that we've had in the past. So we'll adjust as a staff and put what's best for our team on the field.
Of course, definitely. Speaking of adjustments, Coach, this year the district realignment.
Oh yeah.
So what happened is you had to go back to work on your schedule because you had pretty much an open slot, right?
That's right.
So talk about that and who you filled the slot with
okay.
and why that excites you.
Well, every 2 years, UIL, they realign the districts. and everybody thinks they know what they're going to do, and we have our plans, and we kind of get our schedule set going into the announcement. Well, it was a total shocker this year. They totally did. Nobody envisioned what they did, and what happened was they gave us a 6-team district, and the other 2 Valley districts went 7 and 8. So what that means is, when it's time, we're still looking for non-district games while these other 2 districts are already in district. They're not looking. So the closest big school district was Odessa, the Odessa district. Harlingen High is playing, I believe, Midland. We're playing Odessa. I think San Benito's playing Midland Lee. So that whole district's playing our district. Okay. And it's 10 hours away. Now, it's exciting because, one, you never get to play those guys. Right. We're on the opposite ends of Texas. We never get an opportunity to do that. And 2, that gives our kids, the first year they're coming all the way to Harlingen. Okay. They're gonna stay the night Friday. We'll play Saturday morning, like a college atmosphere, 11 a.m. Saturday morning. Following year is what's exciting for our kids. Now they get an opportunity to go to Odessa, and that's Friday Night Lights. That's where it started. That's the book. That's what you read about. That's the movies. So that's awesome to be able to see that stadium, and I'm excited that our kids will have that opportunity.
So you get to travel to Ratliff Stadium.
Ratliff Stadium, yes, sir.
That's an awesome experience, Coach. And I think that speaks volumes of the mindset also in just exposing the kids to different experiences.
That's right.
It's more than just football. It's character building. And
yeah, exactly.
And so I know you all are doing an awesome job with that. Talk to us a little bit about how you have adjusted here to Valley life in the past couple of years. And
right.
How is it for you, Coach, here in Harlingen?
No, I love it. It's a great community. We just came back from the Rotary Club event. And the room's packed. People are excited about football, and that's my passion. That's what I do for a living. That's my livelihood. And so to be at a community who's so excited about what you do for a living I love it. And everything here is great. The people are great, and this is home.
Yes, definitely. Well, Coach, I've heard, and this is factual. I've heard other staff at Harlingen South talk about how approachable you are, and how you just open yourself up to the school as a whole, and so I've heard people appreciate that about your leadership, so you feeling home, it's showing there at the school.
Harlingen South is a fantastic high school all around. The staff, the administration, and it's a great place to work. And it's easy to work at a place that you enjoy and enjoy the people that you're around. And I let everybody know on campus. If you have anything you'd like to talk, you come to me. I'm not gonna shut the door on you. I'm always open to any staff member at Harlingen South, and I'm just happy to be a part of that family.
Yes. You said something really important at our last event, and you talked about the safety in football. And I think that's an important message. And you said you wanted to get that message out.
No doubt.
I'm giving you the opportunity here.
I appreciate that.
Talk about that.
Yeah, I started talking a little bit about the roles of a football coach, and I think our top priority is the safety of our athletes. And I think at this time, football kind of gets a negative viewpoint because of the concussions. It is a physical game, but it has a shadow over it right now, a cloud. But honestly, in my mind, and I think the research probably show you, football's safer now than it's ever been. It's as safe as it could possibly be. The equipment's so much better than it used to be. We regulate practices. We regulate how much time you have outside, how much time you can hit and have physical contact. So to me, football's safer than it's ever been, and I just want to make sure the parents understand that and the kids understand that. And as a coach, we're going to make sure that we make safety is the top priority, and we want the kids to enjoy the game.
Definitely, you want them to participate in the program, and not, of course, you're cautious and you're always careful.
That's right.
And that's what you're saying.
And that's our duty. That's a responsibility that I take very seriously.
Yes.
When it comes to scheduling practices. Believe me, it's hot out here. Right. We practiced this morning at 6 a.m. and it was hot. But you have to schedule your practices. You got to be aware of the conditions around you and make sure your kids and your athletes are safe.
Awesome. Coach, I'm going to just leave us with this final answer to this question. And what's a good goal for you all this year in your program? Do you have a theme that you're working to or a goal that you've set for you all?
Yeah, we're gonna obviously first number one goal is to make the playoffs. I think that's everybody's goal in any program, because once you get in the playoffs, it starts over. Everybody's 0-0, and you go try to make a run. But we want to talk about championships. We want to compete for district championships, and that's what we're talking about right now.
Well, we're excited. I know that as a fan, I'm excited for the season. I think Harlingen is excited to have two programs that are excelling, doing well, that are winning, and most importantly, pumping out some wonderful character people for this community and beyond. And so Harlingen South, there's a lot of excitement, and I know that you've been building. You've been building, and you know, from what we can see, you've done it well, and we're excited to see the product of it this year.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be a good season.
I appreciate it. And it's a process, and our kids know that, but they are working, and they're doing everything they need to do to be successful.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Coach. I appreciate your time. It's good having you, and we thank you, Coach Ricci, and we wish you good luck this season. And that does it for us here at HCISD Sports, and we look forward to seeing you all. Go support the Hawks Friday nights, Saturday, that big game.
Saturday game.
That's a great game, regardless of who you root for. Show up on that Saturday.
I think we have a Thursday night game too, so we'll be out there, and come out and support us.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much. That does it from here at HCISD KHN Studios.